You're having an argument with your friend about matter. To prove your idea, you put 3 ice cubes in a sealed bag and record the mass of the ice in the bag. You let the ice cubes melt completely. 10 minutes later, you record the mass of the water in the bag. Which of the following best describes the result? A, the mass of the water in the bag will be less than the mass of the ice in the bag. B, the mass of the water in the bag will be more than the mass of the ice in the bag. C, the mass of the water in the bag will be the same as the mass of the ice cubes in the bag. Or D, C also So just take about 30 seconds just to yourself in your head just to think. Okay, now what you should see on your ExitTicket screen is a ticket popped up that just says Quicket. And it'll just have an A, B, C, D option. I'd recommend not choosing D. We all know that's the correct answer anyways. Now you're going to take the next 2 minutes in your groups, turning to each other, sharing out. I think the answer is A, B, C, or D, because you have 2 minutes to discuss what you think it is. Go. All right, so let's bring it back together. Ms. Nolan, what did your group discuss? What do you guys think the answer is and why?
C, because we don't believe that the mass will change even though the water changed state.
But what we would do from here is either move into, well, the way we did it in class is, okay, how can we design an experiment to actually test this? So yeah, we could do this exact experiment. That'd be pretty easy, but we'd also be waiting for ice to melt, so that'd be kind of boring. So another way we can do this. And so then students worked in groups to design a procedure, they executed it, and then they followed up to see if they tested it, they got their data, they analyzed it, and then came back to this question at the end of the period. Can we answer it again? How did it go? What I did on the Quickets, what I think is the power of this is it didn't reveal the answer to you, so you don't know if you're right or wrong. And you're really forced to discuss in your groups and try to defend what your answer is. Also, really importantly, I made you write it down before you had the chance to discuss, and I made you write before you could answer. Just really forcing you to think independently first. Here is a tube with 2 cotton balls on either side. This cotton ball has been soaked in HCl. This cotton ball has been soaked in NH3. This is ammonia and hydrochloric acid. This is what's in your stomach. It makes us break down all that nasty stuff we eat. So when HCl gas and NH3 gas mix, they form a solid product, which we can see with our eyes. If the cotton balls in the diagram are soaked in liquid of these 2 compounds, which turns into a gas in the tube, at what point, A, B, or C, would you expect the solid product to form? So just to give you a little bit of information, right now 47% of us have chosen the correct answer. In your groups, you have 2 minutes to figure out which one it is and why. Try to defend your position. If you want to change your mind, that's fine too. So based on your group discussion, you should see another Quicket has popped up. This time you will not be left in suspense. So let's see who's the risk taking in your group. So again, I call on a few folks. What do you think the answer is? Why? Eventually, as a group discussion, we get to what the correct explanation is. For simplicity's sake, yeah, since HCl is heavier, it's going to travel more slowly. The idea is that students we would have just done some direct instruction on like how mass affects movements, how heavier things move slower. So this would have been the first ever try applying that knowledge to a question. Every student gets a chance to think. Every student gets a chance to write. Every student gets a chance to interact with each other. There's that safety net of talking it out before you get cold called on by me. And I can give them challenging questions that I don't actually know if they'll be able to answer. And see what happens. Cool. Thank you guys.